We have a huge show later tonight. Matt Damon, Jason Sudeikis, and Camila Cabello are all here in the studio. Plus, we have a brand new game with BTS. It's an Olympic-sized show. You don't want to miss it.
Go to DakotaNewsNow.com and stay connected. For all of your local news stories, weather forecasts, and sport highlights, go to DakotaNewsNow.com and stay connected.
We all know the weather in our region can be extreme.
A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect.
Strong winds in excess of 60 miles an hour.
Tornado warning that's going to be going into effect. The Dakota News Now First Alert Weather Team is your first source for your local weather coverage, so you can prepare for your outdoor activities.
Get the latest updates with the First Alert Weather app, because extreme weather doesn't wait, and neither should you.
With over 50 years of experience, the Dakota News Now First Alert Weather Team gives you the most accurate forecast when you want it.
We're hitting the road, and you're invited along for the ride. We're checking in with some of South Dakota's most iconic destinations to see if they're back on track after the COVID-19 pandemic. Join us every day on Dakota News Now in the morning and at 4 p.m.
Dakota News Now begins with an alert from the First Alert Weather Center.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Allen.
And I'm Andrea Anderson. We have a lot to get to tonight, but first we begin with that weather alert from the First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, all night long we've been watching severe thunderstorm watches. In some areas, severe thunderstorm warnings. This is a live look at Aberdeen. Rain has been moving through, and you see lightning periodically lighting up the sky there. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Phil Schreck. He's been watching all of this unfold for a couple hours now.
Yeah, and Aberdeen is now under a severe thunderstorm warning until 11:15, so about 15 more minutes, along with a severe thunderstorm watch over a large part of north central and northeastern South Dakota. Here's a look at where that is. First of all, this is in effect until 2 o'clock Central Time, so north central and northeastern South Dakota in that. Here's the wide view of First Alert Live Doppler radar. We had some stronger storms to the south and east, but those are really diminishing. But now we're watching these storms developing, continuing to develop across north central and northeastern portions of South Dakota as they drift off to the south and east. So quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings going on right now. That one for Aberdeen area in effect until 11:15. So is the one just to the north. That's also a severe thunderstorm warning until 11:15 for portions of McPherson and Brown counties. Another one has been issued just to the south and west of there. That's a severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Edmonds, Falk, Potter, and Walworth counties until 11:45. Now, the main threat with these is some strong damaging winds of 60 miles an hour or greater. Another severe thunderstorm warning around the Sisseton area, portions of Day, Marshall, and Roberts counties under a severe thunderstorm warning until 11:15 Central Time. Meanwhile, to the south and east, again, just general rain, isolated thunderstorms. Severe weather threat in the southeast is pretty low. We'll have your complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Appreciate it, Phil. Thank you.
Okay.
A reminder that you can stay ahead of all the storms by downloading our Dakota News Now and First Alert weather apps. Be sure to follow along on Facebook and Twitter as well. And as always, instant updates for you at our website, DakotaNewsNow.com.
The message tonight from South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem: the investigation into the Department of Corrections is far from over.
Yeah, Governor Noem met with state penitentiary staff earlier today. You'll recall last week she fired the warden as well as the deputy warden, and tonight she's saying more people could lose their jobs before this investigation is complete. IT reporter Beth Warden with our top story tonight.
Governor Noem spoke with employees for over an hour on Friday, discussing working conditions at the state prison. She also learned of more areas of concern.
Salary policy, vacation policy, training, gear, also shift length and overtime pay, and what we can do to adequately staff the facility in a way that allows them some quality of life too.
One of the biggest issues that came up was salaries. The starting wage at the state penitentiary is $17.47 an hour, but just a mile away at the Minnehaha County Jail, employees there start at $19.86 an hour. Noem says the salary policy is under review, and the state is looking for long-term fixes.
We aren't staying competitive with our county jails and other areas that we have those in the corrections facilities.
I also asked the governor about one concern among staff members, that not enough people are posted at certain positions. A 2-man post has been reduced to a 1-man post at several locations, including Pheasant Land Industries, the location where correctional officer Ronald R.J. Johnson was killed in 2011.
So all of the requirements and staffing levels are being met at all times. But we would prefer to have more staff here, and that's why we're continuing to recruit them. You know, these correctional officers here, though, are fully staffed at all times according to what is required and what normal staffing levels are at other facilities.
Nome says action is coming, including potential additional changes in leadership. But her biggest focus right now was in improving conditions for staff.
Prisons are safe for inmates and staff today, but I would say the staff is tired and the staff is being asked for a lot, and they deserve better equipment than what they have. They deserve to have more flexibility with their families.
One thing that Nome would not discuss, the details of the state investigation, including exactly what led up to the firing of the warden and deputy warden, or how long the investigation will continue. Officers are being instructed to voice their concerns with the management at the Department of Corrections, the same individuals who are currently under investigation. Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.
We also spoke this evening with South Dakota lawmakers Linda Duba and Reynold Neseba of District 15. That's where the South Dakota State Penitentiary is located. You can see their statements with this story on our website, dakotanewsnow.com.
Governor Nome now heads to Texas, where on Monday she'll visit South Dakota National Guard troops deployed to the U.S.-Mexico border. Nome will visit the troops in McAllen, Texas. Now, last month, the governor announced that up to 50 troops were being deployed to the southern border. That particular deployment was funded by a $1 million donation from a Tennessee nonprofit. Now, earlier this month, the governor announced 125 additional troops will be deployed to the border, this time at the request of the federal government.
We also know Governor Nome will be in South Carolina next month. She will speak at the Faith and Freedom Barbecue on August 23rd. That event is that state's largest annual gathering of Republicans. South Carolina is the first southern state to cast Republican primary votes for president. Nome has already visited Iowa and New Hampshire, both of which also have early presidential primaries. Nome says she intends to run for re-election next year and is not interested in running for president in 2024.
New tonight, the Hughes County Sheriff has identified 2 people recovered from the Missouri River near Pierre. 60-year-old Charles Serbusic likely died from a heart attack. They say 6-year-old Joseph Serbusic died from drowning. No other details on this incident have been released.
Continuing coverage tonight of a fatal crash that happened in Sioux Falls. This happened last night on I-229 between the Cliff and 26th Street exits. Authorities tell us a car was heading north when it left the road, then hit a tree, and then it caught on fire. A 22-year-old male driver and an 18-year-old woman were killed. The age of a second female passenger has not been confirmed. According to the South Dakota Department of Public Safety, there were 6 accidents last year near I-229 in Cliff. In 2019, that number was 17. That stretch of interstate has a high-friction surface treatment. It's supposed to help tires grip the road better during the winter. But officials say it should help in warmer months as well. The DOT is also looking at whether things like road signs or markings might need to be added in that area.
All crashes are looked at, and we definitely look to see if there's any way that we can improve the particular location where the crashes may happen. So we do that by just reviewing and working with the local PD or even the Highway Patrol to see if there's anything at that location that may need improvement.
Seatbelt use in yesterday's crash also under investigation tonight.
A follow-up tonight to a kidnapping investigation out of Brookings County. Authorities have arrested Alexander Anandre today in Sioux Falls. He's charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, and intentional damage to property. He was wanted in connection with a reported kidnapping Sunday in Brookings, which led to a pursuit with authorities in Sioux Falls. Now, another suspect, Ashley Heyer, was arrested earlier this week. Authorities have issued an endangered missing advisory for a 13-year-old girl last seen in Minnehaha County. Paisley Dammer was wearing a black hoodie, black leggings, and black shorts. She's 4 feet 11 inches tall and weighs around 140 pounds. She has black hair, hazel eyes, and wears black framed glasses. Now, it's unknown if Paisley left her home voluntarily. Authorities say she's been active recently on social media accounts and talking to unknown people.
We've got a health alert for you tonight. South Dakota health officials confirming the state's first human case of West Nile virus for this season. The virus detected in a Walworth County man in his 60s. You can reduce your risk with simple steps like applying mosquito repellent, wearing sleeves and pants during the evening hours, and getting rid of any standing water that might be near your home.
A follow-up tonight. We first told you about former Augustana pitcher Parker Hansen in May. That's when someone stole his prosthetic arm. Now, a week later, the arm was discovered at a recycling plant in Sioux Falls, but it was damaged to the point where Parker needed a new one. Just last month, we were at the Shriners Children's Hospital in the Twin Cities as they fitted Parker for a new arm. Now, he was back in the Twin Cities today to get that new arm.
Ernest Cottier joins us with more on the final chapter of this story. Ernest, good evening.
That's right, Brian and Andrea. Parker Hansen's story has been filled with ups and downs. But today was an up as he traveled back to his childhood hospital to get fitted with his new prosthetic arm. Parker says this was a long time coming, as his prosthetic arm was stolen over 3 months ago. He originally didn't know how he would get his arm replaced, though.
At the time when it happened, I wasn't really sure what avenue I was going to go to get my a new prosthetic, because obviously Shriners has the age policy. So I mean, right away I was kind of really concerned with that.
Parker had always used Shriners Children's Hospital in the Twin Cities while he was growing up, but they usually only do work with kids' prosthetics. So Augustana University held fundraisers to raise over $5,000 to help assist in getting Parker's new arm. But before that money could be used for a new prosthetic, Shriners Children's Twin Cities offered to build him one for free.
I'm super thankful for them and the whole organization here, and being able to donate some money back to them like I did was it was an awesome day for me. I mean, I get chills right now thinking about it even. Just being able to impact other kids' lives, I know it makes me feel really good inside.
Several other hospitals and groups offered to make Parker a new prosthetic as well. But he says it was easy to decide who to go to.
Once Shriners reached out to me and said that they wanted to replace it, I knew that's kind of where I wanted to go, just because I'm comfortable here. Obviously, I worked with Becky since I can remember. So I'm comfortable here. They know what I like, and we know how to get the right arm for me. So instead of trying to go to a new company and find something else that works for me, I figured that this is the best route.
Just over 2 weeks ago, Parker made his professional baseball debut with the Sioux Falls Canaries, only to have his career cut short due to a torn UCL in his elbow. Parker says he's happy he got the chance to play professional baseball, though, and hopes to inspire others moving forward. Brian?
Ernest, thank you for that. A memorial to honor fallen service members is in Sioux Falls. It's a replica of the real thing, but it holds just as much meaning. We'll take a look at that still ahead. Hi, Phil.
We've had strong to severe storms across parts of our area this evening. They're still going on right now. Details coming up after the break.
The opening ceremonies have wrapped and the Olympics are now underway. Don't forget to join us for the Olympic Zone on KDLT each night. We'll look ahead to primetime coverage. We'll talk to current and former Olympians from around the country and even some from right here in our region. The Olympic Zone starts tomorrow at 6:30 on KDLT and continues Monday through Saturday throughout the games.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on Dakota News Now.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We are here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places. Well, my addiction started out very innocently. I had a back issue, and so I was prescribed some Vicodin for it. It just happened Before I knew it, I felt hopeless. I don't know what I was going to do. I'd ruined my family, my career, everything. Opioids deserve to be treated with respect. I think the seriousness of it isn't always understood by people until it's too late. People do recover, and they can recover. Pick up that 1,000-pound phone and call somebody.
We all know the weather in our region can be extreme.
A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect.
Strong winds in excess of 60 miles an hour.
Tornado warning that's going to be going into effect.
The Dakota News Now First Alert Weather Team is your first source for your local weather coverage, so you can prepare for your outdoor activities.
Get the latest updates with the First Alert Weather app, because extreme weather doesn't wait, and neither should you.
With over 50 years of experience, the Dakota News Now First Alert Weather Team gives you the most accurate forecast when you want it. Welcome back to this late edition of Dakota News Now, and we'll start things off with a live shot. This is Vera St. Luke's in Aberdeen, and kind of looking off to the west, and you'll see the lightning going on there. There is a storm that's moving toward the Aberdeen vicinity right now, and there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Aberdeen right now, along with a severe thunderstorm watch. This is in effect until 2 o'clock in the morning, north central, northeastern South Dakota. So here's what we're looking at as far as the radar is concerned, and let's first of all take a look at portions of northeastern South Dakota. Well, it looks like now that warning for the Aberdeen area has been lifted. So there were a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings for portions of McPherson, Edmonds, and Marshall counties, but they have been allowed to expire or canceled, I believe. But there's one here that's in effect right now, just to the south and west of Aberdeen, for portions of Edmonds, Falk, Potter, and Walworth counties. That's in effect until 11:45. And there's another severe thunderstorm warning in effect for just to the southeast of Sisseton. Looks like the worst of it has moved to the east of Sisseton. This is in effect until midnight for portions of Big Stone County, Minnesota, Roberts, and Traverse counties in Minnesota as well. Meanwhile, in the southeast, we have some general rain and a couple of thunderstorms here and there. Now, there was a severe thunderstorm warning earlier for the Mitchell area that has since long expired. There was also one near right around the DeSmet area, so hopefully folks maybe have gathered there for the Laura Ingalls Wilder pageant. Are okay with that, but nothing severe going on right now. Everything is just kind of diminishing in intensity in the east. Look at these dew points. So humid out there. They're in the 60s and 70s, but there's some good news. These dew points will be dropping as some drier air moves in from north to south during the day tomorrow. So here's the wind. Now keep in mind, this is away from thunderstorms. If you have a thunderstorm nearby, and this goes out the window, you'll have some stronger winds, of course. But generally speaking, this is what the wind's going to be doing. And notice tomorrow morning at 7, it'll be coming in from the north, and that'll help to push that humidity slowly but surely out of here as the day goes on. Here's noon, here's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then here's 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So the wind not very strong, but for the most part, it'll be coming in from the north, helping to push that humidity out of here. So here's Futurecast. Again, scattered showers and storms. Northeastern South Dakota especially will be the strongest, and a few in the southeast as well. Really don't expect these to be severe, but we'll keep you posted on that anyway. And then by about 2 o'clock in the morning, some rain and a little thunder around the Sioux Falls area. That moves on out. Tomorrow morning at 7, we're going to be dry with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. And into the afternoon, a lot of sunshine tomorrow. That lower humidity, it's going to be hot, but it won't be as oppressive as today. High temperatures in the 90s. Tomorrow night, things looking pretty quiet. And we'll try to get a few more scattered thunderstorms in here during the day on Sunday. So here's that forecast now for Sioux Falls and Mitchell, South Dakota for tomorrow. Sunshine 95, slight chance of a storm Sunday. Hot the rest of the 10-day forecast, 90s, even some triple digits Tuesday, Wednesday, and then just spotty chances for isolated storms. For Aberdeen and New Effington, your 10-day forecast, nice tomorrow. Scattered thunderstorms possible Sunday. Again, just spotty kind of stuff. Look at these temperatures, 90s and 100s all the way through Saturday. A little cooler next Sunday and Monday. And for Pierre and Lake Sharp, your 10-day forecast, boy, just some incredible heat building in. 104 Monday. We're talking about 109 Tuesday, 106 Wednesday. A little cooler the rest of the 10-day forecast, but still, we're going to be in the 90s. Stay with us. Much more coming up after the break.
Stock up during the big Hy-Vee brand sale this Thursday through Sunday. Get Hy-Vee products for just 99 cents. Get Hy-Vee peanut butter, apple juice, pasta sauce, and baked beans, just 99 cents each. Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
The Furniture Mart is upgrading sleep for you and your furry friends. During the dog days of summer, get a free premium pet bed with select mattress purchases. And pay no interest for 3 whole years with Sealy. Save now at the Furniture Mart.
Hook a big one today when you become a new member at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort. Visit the resort club and sign up to unlock an exclusive kiosk game where you can win up to $500 in free slot play. Don't let the big one get away. Sign up today.
I was originally hired at Lifescape to support residents. I did a lot of personal care, a lot of helping assist with cooking, taking them grocery shopping, and that sort of thing. I love coming to work at Lifescape because I get to work with the people that I do. It's incredibly fulfilling.
Starting at $15 or more per hour for direct care. Choose fulfillment. Choose to join our team at lifescapesd.org/careers.
Coronavirus has made its way into South Dakota.
State of emergency now in effect for the city of Sioux Falls.
Current vaccines available include Pfizer and Moderna, as well as Johnson & Johnson.
The Guardsmen are excited to be back.
South Dakota leads the nation when it comes to travel and tourism recovery.
What's happening right now and what's coming down the road that might not be on the viewer's radar? That's our job and that's our responsibility.
It's the big Hy-Vee brand sale this Thursday through Sunday. Hy-Vee ice cream, just $2.48. Hy-Vee potatoes, only $1.48. And Hy-Vee salads, just $3.99. Don't miss the big Hy-Vee brand sale this Thursday through Sunday.
Fans love The Big Bang Theory.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for making us laugh and smile for all these years.
Thanks for all the new things I've learned. I feel so much smarter.
Namaste.
Thank you for putting your heart and soul into this work.
Thank you for all the happiness you bring to us.
Oh, you're welcome.
You didn't just make an impact on me, you made an impact on the whole world.
You have made every single one of these episodes an absolute dream come true. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Watch The Big Bang Theory every weeknight at 6 on Fox Sioux Falls.
Catch Dakota News Now at 9 on Fox Sioux Falls. It's news when you want it.
A traveling memorial honoring those who lost their lives in service to the United States is in Sioux Falls this weekend. A replica of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier will be on display at the South Dakota Military Heritage Alliance on Russell Street. Now, this is the 4th year of the traveling replica and the 100th anniversary of the actual Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
It means that we as Americans need to never forget what the men in uniform and women in uniform have done to give us these rights and freedoms that we enjoy.
The display is open to the public tomorrow and Sunday from 9:30 to 5. Admission to see it is free.
The Cleveland Indians changing their name next season to the Cleveland Guardians. It comes after decades of criticism from Native Americans. The choice of Guardians comes from the city's architectural history. The Guardians of Traffic are the large statues on the bridge that connect the city's west and east sides. The change is drawing reaction and some reflection here in South Dakota. Estelline High School changed its mascot in 2018 from the Red Men to the Red Hawks. Some members of the community were worried that that change would erase history, but school district officials tell us that was never their objective.
The community's pretty much accepting it, but I was also proud wearing a Redman uniform.
Somebody graduated in 1990 as an Estelline Redman. They graduated Redman. They're still a Redman. We're not trying to take that away from them. But it was time for a change and kind of go a new direction.
Estelline had been known as the Red Men from 1904 through 2018.
Next in sports, they are swinging for the fences in Brandon as the State Legion tournament starts. We have highlights and more after the break.
The Fritos Outlaw Pizza from Papa Murphy's. Brisket, mozzarella, barbecue sauce, and Fritos. The Outlaws are here for a limited time. Take and bake deliciousness only from Papa Murphy's.
Connecting on a personal level with each resident is important. Establishing that relationship and being genuine about it, that's important to be able to move forward. The hope is to be able to get them to be able to have the tools in their tool belt to go back and do great things. The sobriety and not falling back into their old habits, the recovery piece, that's very, very important. But it is other things, the transition to family and being able to have that acceptance and the confidence to go back into the community and do well.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body.
Get your news now with a team you know and trust on Dakota News Now. Eric and Vanessa start your day with a smile each morning as they bring you the latest headlines and breaking news you need to know before you head out the door. Plus, Aaron has your first alert forecast to help you plan your day. They live in your community and cover the entire region, from the state's smallest towns to the biggest cities. Get the latest news now from a team that cares about the stories that matter to you every weekday morning on Dakota News Now. Weather changes constantly. Be prepared by using the First Alert weather app. From viewing conditions with our Doppler radar to just a simple temp check, you can be sure to stay informed with the First Alert weather app. It's weather when you want it.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles all in one place. Once you've picked out that perfect vehicle, it's easy to apply for credit pre-approval. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy, and it's all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com.
Dakota News Now is sponsored by Billion Automotive.
This is Dakota News Now Sports.
Believe it or not, we are only 4 weeks away from the start of the high school football season, which means there is plenty to cover in the meantime. Some of the best talent in South Dakota, Northwest Iowa, and Southwest Minnesota was in Sioux Falls today for our Pigskin Preview cover shoot. Our special previewing the upcoming season airs on Thursday, August 19th at 6:30 p.m. on KDLT, with the magazine dropping that week. Though we don't want to show and spoil the whole cover, let's just say it's quite the tale for a couple of Tigers with different stripes to tell in their hometowns.
I kind of thought I was like dreaming. I had to like kind of wait a little bit, looked back at it, and I was like, is this really happening? You know,
it's a dream come true, really. Ever since I've seen this magazine, I've always been like, I want to be on this someday. And to get the call that I was on, it was special for sure.
It's a good time today, and we're looking forward to sharing much more with you in the weeks ahead. Well, 2 weeks ago, Mount Marty hired Augustana assistant Colin Authier to be their new men's basketball head coach. He was taking over a program largely rebuilt by one of his former players and best friends at Augie, Cody Schilling. Authier's departure left an opening on the Vikings staff, which Tom Billiter filled today with Cody Schilling. Talking about going full circle, Augustana officially announcing that their former All-American is returning and will be on Billiter's staff. The Vikings' all-time leading scorer with 1,868 points from 2009 through 13. Schilling coached at Mount Marty for 2 seasons before leaving after his wife took a college position in Texas. He's been head coach of the Royce City High School team in Texas the last 2 years. Sioux Falls Stampede alum Cole Sillinger heard his name called early in the first round of tonight's NHL draft, selected by the Columbus Blue Jackets with the 12th overall pick. In 31 games with the Herd last season, Sillinger scored 24 goals and dished out 22 assists. He's the second highest draft pick in Stampede history, with Thomas Vanek being taken 5th in 2003. The State A Legion Baseball Tournament begins today in Brandon with a little added incentive for a state championship this year. The national tournaments are back, and the South Dakota State Champion will stay close to home with the Central Plains Regional in Sioux Falls early next month. The first game started bright and early this morning between top seed Sioux Falls East and Watertown. We pick it up in the bottom of the third with East up 1-0. Nate Sprinkles one into right field. 1 run scores. Ryan Hammerstrom trying to make it 2. However, Cale Stevenson with a nice tag to get him at the dish and keep things at 2-0. Turnabout, though, is fair play in the top of the fourth. Cole Holden knocks one up the middle. 1 run scores, but look who denies the second. That's Hammerstrom. Beautiful throw. Gets the runner at home. Watertown only within 2-1. They do not tie it, and East would take advantage and break through in their half of the frame. Grant Graber with an RBI single that scores Pat Osborne. Part of a 3-run inning, which gives East a 5-1 lead. And Osborne doing some work in the field. Just check out how long he has to run to make a grab in foul territory. Impressive start for the top seed as they win this one by a final of 6-1. Next up in Sioux Falls West against defending state champion Rapid City Post 22. Bottom of 1, Dylan Aids rips a single into left field. He'll bring home Ethan Barron, who's waved around. Can he beat the throw? You bet. Nice hustle with the head first slide. A little bit later in the first, Jamie Legg doesn't exactly need to leg this one out. It's a fielder's choice that scores aids to give West a 2-1 lead. However, in the 6th inning, post 2 comes roaring back. Blake Weaver with a ground out that scores future South Dakota State Jackrabbit Jake Goebel. That gave him a 3-2 lead, and post 22 hangs on to win 4-3, bouncing West to the elimination bracket. Renner and Pierre kicked off the evening session. This was a dandy. Top 5, Renner up 1-0. Jack Merquan drives one into center field. Sam Stukel, though, is on his horse and tracks it down over his shoulder. The 8s from Pierre, they didn't come this far for nothing. They play some defense, too. Shortstop Lincoln Keenels climbing the ladder to rob a Royal and keep it at 1-0 after 5. Top of 6, Pierre finally draws even with 2 outs. McGuire Rasky, a South Dakota State football player, hits it off future South Dakota State pitcher Reese Arbogast. RBI double ties things at 1. Bottom 6, future Wichita State pitcher Austin Henry. Turns out the dude can run. He straight up steals third to give them the lead, and it's the difference in the ball game as Renner pulls off a 2-1 win. You hardly ever see anything like that. Finally, tournament host Brandon Valley taking on Harrisburg in front of a packed house on a muggy night. Top 3, 2-1 for Harrisburg, who's up 1-0. Chase Lucas gave them that first run with a homer. Thought he might have hit another one here. However, Tyler Shelsky, nice concentration to keep Harrisburg off the board, at least for a couple pitches, because the next batter is Timon Long, and he lives up to his last name with a long 3-run bomb. He drove in 6 on the game. That makes it 4-0. The very next batter is Chase Mason, and the very next pitch is hit to the moon. Hulk smash, the bat flip, chef's kiss. Mwah, his first of 2 home runs in the game. It makes it 5-0. By the way, they were the battery, too. Mason pitched, Long catched, and Brandon didn't have much hope as they strand 2 in the inning, and Harrisburg just belts them 16-4. What a performance. The State Little League tournament started this evening in Rapid City. The Harney Little League team opened things with a 3-0 victory, and the Sioux Falls Little League team tripled that with a 9-0 win over Capital City out of Pierre. Harney and Sioux Falls meet tomorrow at 3:30 Central Time. Finally, in the American Association, the Canaries opening a series with Lincoln on Christmas and July night. Santa was in attendance. God bless the man for wearing that suit in this weather. The Salt Dogs get off to a hot start. Kurt Smith with a single up the middle makes it 2-0. They would go on to win this game, though the Birds made a big comeback but fell just short. Final score was 9-8. The Twins pick up a win over the Angels, and the Sunfish beat Source Valley. That's a look at sports. Phil's back in a moment with the last check of your forecast.
In the beginning with this COVID virus, there were many unknowns. Right away, we realized COVID-19 could take the breath of life away. Unfortunately, I got it. My experience with COVID was scary, but like many things that seem negative at first, we can use them in a positive way. I have taken the vaccine, and I am a believer. My hope and my prayer is to share my story and encourage all to get vaccinated. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and immunization will help us preserve our community and our culture for future generations. The vaccine is safe, there's no cost to you, and it will help all of us get through this. For more information, visit doh.sd.gov.
Welcome to today's main event, where we watch as Doug and Marcus at ADS help a local company manage their business technology. The scanning technique is done with such precision. What's this? Now they're using File Director to organize and increase efficiency. The execution of it all while offering network security, backup, and IT is unlike anything we've ever seen. The scores are in, and they're all 10s.
Call Active Data Systems for award-winning service and expertise.
Investigate TV tackles the top topics. When your health is compromised, we investigate. Corporate greed exposed. The powerful held accountable with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. Download Investigate TV for your Roku and Amazon Fire devices.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on Dakota News Now.
We all know the weather in our region can be extreme.
A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect.
Strong winds in excess of 60 miles an hour.
Tornado warning that's going to be going into effect. The Dakota News Now First Alert Weather Team is your first source for your local weather coverage, so you can prepare for your outdoor activities. Get the latest updates with the First Alert Weather app, because extreme weather doesn't wait and neither should you.
With over 50 years of experience, the Dakota News Now First Alert Weather Team gives you the most accurate forecast when you want it.
Catch Dakota News Now at 9 on Fox Sioux Falls. It's news when you want it. Get the latest news now, every weekday morning on Dakota News Now.
There is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 2 o'clock Central Time for portions of north central, northeastern South Dakota. And right now we have a few severe thunderstorm warnings within that watch box. So that's in north central, northeastern South Dakota. You see that line of storms moving on through. Now Aberdeen itself is not in a warning anymore, but portions of Brown County you are. Also into sections of Marshall County. That severe thunderstorm warning in effect until midnight. This one here to the east across portions of Roberts County into northwestern, actually west central Minnesota. That's in effect also until midnight. And one further severe thunderstorm warning. Looks like they just updated that a little bit. I think Gettysburg, you're out of that now. But this severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Edmonds, Falk, and Potter counties in effect until 11:45 Central Time. Meanwhile, in the southeast, we've got some rain moving through. That's nice. And it's also nice that there are no severe thunderstorm warnings with that. And the severe weather threat in the southeast is pretty minimal tonight.
All right, Phil, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us tonight. Dakota News Now returns tomorrow night with Andrea.
That it does. We send you into the weekend with this live look at Tokyo. Have a good night.
Promotional consideration paid for by Schulte Subaru, Avera Orthopedics, South Dakota Office of Highway Safety,